three bits of terrible advice that we've now seen regarding hyperbaric oxygen. The first bit of bad advice, the more is better mentality. Very often people think, well, if something is good, some amount of this thing is good, more must be better. But when it comes to hyperbaric, that is certainly not true. So this isn't about how much can I get and how do I get the highest exposures possible. It's about what are my goals and how do I make sure that the pressure that I'm receiving is a good match and will help me reach those goals. More is not necessarily better from a duration standpoint in terms of the protocol. Breaks are necessary periodically when you're utilizing hyperbaric. And this really leads me to bad advice number 2, which is you should sleep in your chamber. More hours over more days, weeks, months, and years without understanding the implications of those exposures could become hazardous. So sleeping in your chamber 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours in a higher pressure chamber is a terrible idea. Please don't do that. You would really be pushing the boundaries on central nervous system oxygen toxicity, pulmonary oxygen toxicity. It's just not worth it. And the benefits certainly don't outweigh the consequences or the risks. And the third bit of bad advice I want to cover is how to utilize the oxygen and air mixtures if you're pressurizing with air and delivering oxygen separately. One of the comments that I see is just let the oxygen and air gases mix together inside the chamber. You don't need to deliver the oxygen directly to the person's nose or mouth through a cannula or a mask. In my opinion, there's 2 reasons not to do this. From a safety standpoint, if your chamber is designed to contain 21% oxygen, it's an air pressurized device, then the ambient oxygen level inside that chamber is never supposed to exceed 23.5%. It's very likely that if you're just mixing air and oxygen together, the ambient level of oxygen inside that chamber is going to be between 28 and 35%. And as a result, you're significantly exceeding the recommendation of ambient oxygen levels inside that chamber from a safety standpoint. From an efficacy standpoint, if you deliver the oxygen directly to that patient, maybe they're getting 80 or 90 or 95 or 100% oxygen delivered to their face at whatever pressure the chamber is set. Contrast that to mixing those 2 gases together where instead of 80 or 90 or 95% oxygen, now they're getting 29, 32, 35% oxygen. So if the amount of oxygen being delivered to the patient is one of the more critical components of the reason that they're using hyperbaric, and you're choosing to give them 35% instead of 95%, then we're losing a significant percentage of the value of the time they're spending in that chamber.